Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I am Ranj, and today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Vegas 27. Two of the early prelim fights. Originally, there was a third fight that was supposed to be Sarah Alpar and Stephanie Egger. Then it was Sarah Alpar versus Godinez or something. But anyway, it's off. It's off the card. No more Sarah Alpar versus nobody. But before we get into these two early prelim fights, I wasn't even going to do the show today. But I was like, I already did the work for it, research and stuff. It'll be short, but you know, might as well do it, right? Okay. Last weekend I didn't do so bad. I went 7-5. I did come out in the green. You know, better than losing money, right? I don't know exactly how many units I'm up or anything, because I do a lot of other degenerate gambling. So some of that winnings I flipped right into NHL or NBA or what have you, baseball, anything. But anyway, let's discuss a little bit. Okay, I got Matt Schnell wrong. Rogerio Bonser beat him by decision. I'm only talking about my losses here. Sheila Cochuero, that was a good win. Okay, I'm talking about some of my wins too. Anthony Shevchenko, yeah, she got submitted by Andrea Lee. But female fights, coin flips, you know. Jordan Wright, I have new respect for him. I shouldn't have, doubted him due to his padded record of fighting chumps, because he went in there and classed out. He knocked out Jamie Pickett, and then he did the bow. Awesome. I had newfound respect for the Beverly Hills Ninja. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I apologize. That was a totally bad read. I picked Jamie Pickett just because of Beverly Hills Ninja. I had recency bias, that his last fight he was in where he got knocked out by Joaquin Buckley, and I just thought he was, had some Alaskan opponent. Anyway, my bad. He's not bad. Then Mike Grundy lost a split decision to Lando Venata. So be it. And that was, and also Shane Burgos. He got knocked out. It was like a delayed knockout, got hit and then it was weird. But he got knocked out third round by Edson Barboza. But before that, I think he was winning in terms of decision on the scorecards. But got Charles Oliveira. Called that round 2. I thought he was going to do it by submission, but TKO still. Anyway, not bad. 7-5. I'll take that. As long as the parlays work out in my favor. If it was 7-5 and I didn't hit any parlays, then I would have been upset because that would have came out in the red. But thankfully, I did have a couple parlays line up. Well, the main events. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into this week. Okay, we've got at lightweight, 155 pounds. We have Damir Ismagulov taking on Rafael Alves. Big discrepancy, wide line. Ismagulov is a -650 favorite, big heavy favorite. The dude doesn't lose. He's 22-1. He's taking on Hafiel, or Rafael, if you want to say it in American. But Rafael Alves, the Brazilian. Alves, remember not the last canceled bout? It was against Pat Sabatini. Came in way heavy. This is a lightweight fight, so he should make weight. He came in against Pat Sabatini, which was a featherweight fight. He came in at 157. So he missed this weight class too, lightweight, 155. But anyway, he comes in heavy underdog, plus 475 with a 19-9 record. let's talk about the favorite first. The favorite, Damir Ismagalov, he's on a 17-fight win streak. 3-0 in the UFC. His last win is against Thiago Moises. Unanimous decision. He's got a 1-inch height and 6-inch reach advantage. 22-1. His only loss was back in 2015. It was a unanimous decision against Ramazan Azenbayev. He fights out of, he's a Kazakhstani fighter, but he's fighting out of Orenburg, Russia, because his gym is called the Fighter Gym. I was looking at it in Tapology. There is one guy I recognize. His name was Roman Bogotov. He had one UFC appearance, and it was a loss against Leonardo Santos. It was a 2020. But anyway, he is Ismagulov. He's a beast. 22-1. Those Dagestani wrestlers, you can't. You know what I mean? Awesome. Rafael Alves, the underdog. By the way, both these guys are even in age. They're both 30 years old. Prime. Rafael Alves, 19-9 losses. He's the Turn. That's his nickname. He's coming off his last win. His last fight that he actually fought, he made weight and everything, was a win against Alejandro Flores via guillotine. That was in Dana White's Contender Series. The Brazilian fighter is on a 5-fight win streak. He fights out of MMA Masters in Miami, Florida. MMA Masters is a good gym. They have they're active. They have some. Let me list some of these fighters: Ricardo Lamos, Anthony Rocco Martin, Kobe Covington, Donnie Chavez, Miguel Baeza, who's fighting Santiago Ponzinibbio very soon. I want to say in June, and Ilia Tupuria, who's fighting Ryan Hall in June, maybe July on that one. I don't know. But anyway, let's see what these cappers have to say for this. The odds for the total rounds were not in for either one of these fights, so it'll be, you know what, it's probably like 2.5. I'm not even guess the total, so I'm sorry. I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't want to, I'm not even gonna, I'll let you know if I think it's gonna go to decision or not, okay? So, taking the favorite here, we've got the Parlay Punch. Matt and Josh is back from Hawaii, still sporting the Hawaiian shirt. Those guys are both taking Ismagulov by TKO. And then we've got the MMA Guru. That's the guy with the one with the knit cap, not Prediction Guru. This one's the one from the UK. He's saying by decision. Then we've got AJ Devito, MMA Experts. AJ Devito is also saying Ismagulov by decision. I'm telling you, the guy's 22-1. The guy doesn't lose. That one that he did lose, that wasn't like M1. I think that's a regional back in 2015, like I said. MMA Fortune Teller, the Teller. Also taking he did not say how, but he's also taken Dimir. Then we've got Schroeder, MMA Bet. Schroeder is saying Ismagulov by TKO in the third. However, at these odds, he is placing a bet on Alves. So I just put Schroeder little. Bet, that means the $sign. Bet. Otherwise, it is a full capper consensus. A full capper consensus is when all the cappers take the same side, and in this case, every one of them is taking Damir Ismagulov. throw a couple lucky pearls out for you. I bring Nora down, but she's already in bed. This is kind of a late show. But anyway, full capper consensus on Ismagulov. But it's expected. He's minus 650. What do you expect? I wouldn't put it past Rafael Alves though. He's a very good from what I've. Listen, guys, I don't claim to watch tape. I don't watch tape. Sometimes I miss fights. I'm going by what my information I get is from what the cappers say. That's like when I went on Parlay Pursuit last week, Perfect Parlay Pursuit last week, I really didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I was going by just Tapology research, prior knowledge. I didn't watch any fight tape or anything, and I didn't have any cappers to go by because I was a Monday night show. So I was just, I read their comments. Some dude's like, "Oh, that your guest didn't seem like he knew what he's talking about." I kind of didn't on some of those things, but I think I did on majority of those fights. But whatever, I was just caught off guard. And anyway, whatever. I didn't lose sleep over it. So that being said, I'm taking the capper consensus. I'm not gonna go against that. I mean, this guy, I remember him shedding tears when he lost, when he couldn't make the weight, and he was a whole weight class out of his weight. But this, you know what? I wouldn't put it past the UFC judges. If this goes to decision, which I don't, hopefully it won't. That's why I'm taking Ismagulov TKO in the second. That's a plus money. I guarantee that's plus money. But I wouldn't put it past. That's why Schroeder's putting a bet plus 475. That's kind of a hedge. That's worth it. It's worth a little hedge bet. But I'm going with Ismagulov TKO second. That's my Tapology pick. And moving on. Next we got the other Dimir. Damir Hadzovich taking on Yancy Medeiros. Yancy Medeiros is the favorite, or they're both minus numbers. Actually, Damir Hadzovich is a slight favorite if you want to look at the better minus number. Hedzovich is 13-6. He's minus 113 according to Bet Online odds. Like I said earlier, the total wasn't there yet. Medeiros is minus 107. He's got a record of 15-7. Let's talk about Hedzovich first, the Bosnian Bomber. This guy he's Bosnian, but he's fighting out of Arte Suave. That's in Copenhagen, Denmark. One guy that you might recognize from that facility is Mads Burnell. He did have a little stint I think he had like 3 fights in the UFC. Came in, his debut he lost, then he won one, then he lost one, then he was out. But most recently, he's been fighting in Bellator. Mads Burnell, he's on a streak right now in, I think, Bellator and some other one right before that, Combat, or maybe Cage Fury. I don't know, some other promotion before Bellator. But anyway, he's on a streak right now, Mads Burnell. But let's get back to his teammate, Damir Hadzovich. This guy's coming off a loss, actually 2 losses, back-to-back losses. He got submitted first round rear naked choke by Renato Moicano last fight. And before that, he had a unanimous decision loss to Christos Giagos, who we just seen lose last week. Did he? Oh no, he won. I picked him. Darce choke, 3rd round. So Christos Giagos, yeah, that was against John Soriano. I picked that one. Bam! Cash it. anyway, where was I? Yeah. So Dimir, yeah, he's coming up back-to-back losses, okay? Now let's talk about his opponent, Yancy Medeiros. Yancey is coming off a loss to Groovy Lando Venata, who's also just won last weekend. That one I did pick wrong. I picked Michael Grundy and Lando Venata come out the victor there. But yeah, that was last week, right? How come I didn't mention that? Did I? Yeah, whatever. Who cares? It's in the past. Why bring up old shit? Yep, there it is. Anyway, then we've got Yancey is a Hawaiian. He's got a 1-inch height advantage and a 5.5-inch reach advantage for the fighter out of Team Hakulau in Makaha, Hawaii. I guess when Josh went down there to Hawaii, he didn't meet Yancey down there. He met him in Omaha, Nebraska, but he went down there and met, I don't know, some fighter. I forgot his name. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that anyway. But the links to all these cappers will be in the description. Check them out. Parlay Punch are fantastic. I like those guys a lot. Yancey is on a 3-fight win streak, or losing streak. My bad. 3-fight losing streak. That most recent loss was to Lando Venata by unanimous decision. Let's see what these cappers have to say in this fight. We will start with Schroeder. He is saying Yancy Medeiros by decision. Then we've got MMA fortune teller. The teller also taking the tough Hawaiian in Medeiros. AJ from MMA Experts. He's saying Medeiros by decision. He does have that 5.5-inch reach advantage. He can pop him from the outside and outpoint him like that. Hedzovich though, that was I don't know. It's going to be an interesting fight. It's very close odds. MMA Guru, he's taken Medeiros by decision. And finally, the Parlay Punch. Both those, Matt and Josh, are taking Medeiros to win this fight, making this a full capper consensus. Yes, this was a shocking one too. I would have thought there's gotta be somebody taking Medeiros. Taking Hedzovich. But for this, everybody is taking, I don't know what else to take him over here, get him over here, I don't know, get him. But anyway, that was a weird capper comparison dance. But Yancy Medeiros, I gotta go with the method, right? I gotta go with the capper consensus. Majority of the times the cappers are right, you know. There's been times I've gone against them and came out on top, but this one would be an ideal, because this is kind of a coin flip. Unfortunately, I would have to do more research. Like I said, this is my first model picks. Monday is my first model picks. Like Gianni the Greek said, there's 3 models. There's your first gut feeling. As soon as you see the fight, your first instinct pick. Your first pick before any research. Then your second model is you're starting to do research on these fighters. You're starting to weigh them both out, looking here and there. I've just touched on the research. I still got a lot of cappers to look at. Then finally, the third model is after the weigh-ins and the stare-downs, face-offs, what have you. That's when you either exclamation point your bet or decide if you want to flip it. That's you got to take a look at how they looked on the scales and then weigh in all the information that you've gathered throughout the week. That being said, right now I'm going with Yancy Medeiros, the Hawaiian, and I think he's going to get it done. These guys are all saying by decision. I guess I'll rock with that. that's my pick for Tapology, and I'm gonna parlay these two fights right now. I really did want to. I wish I could put that Sarah Alpar fight, but that's off. So there you have it. Just these two, and this one. You prop the shit out of that because of minus 650. That's no value at all. And you're gonna have to pick the round. If you say by decision, you still might not get a positive number. And you know what? You gotta be that plus money junkie. You gotta get that plus money or you can't make that bet. You know what I'm saying? So, to recap, time check. Bedtime. I've got I got Damir Ismagulov beating Rafael Alves in the second round by TKO. I think it might be like a ground and pound. He might, rock him and then get him down and just, I don't know. And then I've got Yancy Medeiros winning by decision. This is my, first model pick. I'm not very confident with it. I'm still gonna listen to what other handicappers have to say. To Raz of right now Clint's on, so I'm gonna gather your info, place your bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Give me that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, share, hit the bell, because I'll be making more videos tomorrow and the rest of the week. Good luck on these bets, and I will see you next episode.